Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Willowbrook, there lived a girl named Lila. Lila was known for her bright smile and adventurous spirit. She spent her days exploring meadows and her evenings sharing dreams beneath the twinkling stars. Her best friend was a kind-hearted boy named Jaden, who adored her, and they often imagined a future filled with stars and endless laughter. However, not all stories in Willowbrook were as idyllic as Lila and Jaden's. Jaden had a cousin named Carter, who had a reputation for charm and mischief. He was popular among the village youth, and while Lila appreciated his lively nature, she often found herself wary of his playful antics. Most villagers turned a blind eye to his flirty ways, believing he could never truly hurt someone. One fateful summer evening, while watching the sunset from their favorite hilltop, Lila and Jaden shared their hopes and dreams for the future. Little did they know Carter had been watching from a distance. Curious, he approached with his signature grin. "Carter, what are you two whispering about?" his eyes twinkling. Before long, a friendship formed between the trio, and Lila found herself laughing more with Carter than she ever expected. Though Jaden was her best friend, Carter's spontaneity fascinated her. They would sneak off for late-night adventures, exploring hidden pockets of the village, but soon those innocent escapades turned into something more exhilarating. One day, Lila and Carter found themselves in a secret glade, adorned with wildflowers and the sound of a gentle stream. There, in the stillness of nature, the line between friendship and something deeper blurred. Carter leaned closer, brushing his lips against Lila's cheek, igniting a spark that left them both breathless. The thrill of the moment overpowered her loyalty to Jaden, and before long, they began seeing each other in secret. Their meetings were filled with laughter, whispered confessions, and stolen kisses, yet every time Lila met Jaden, a pang of guilt twisted her heart. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of the secret grew heavier. Jaden, oblivious to the changing dynamics, continued to express his adoration for Lila. He shared dreams of their future together, completely unaware that her heart was divided. The tension between her feelings for Jaden and her escapades with Carter reached a boiling point, and Lila found herself standing at a precipice. One fateful evening, overwhelmed by guilt, Lila decided to come clean to Jaden. With trembling hands and a quivering voice, she confessed everything. The moment was drenched in silence. Jaden's face fell, a storm of emotions brewing in his eyes. Lila felt a piece of her heart shatter as she watched her best friend's dreams collapse before her. Instead of anger, Jaden looked deeply hurt. "Jaden, why Lila? We were building something beautiful together," he said, his voice barely a whisper. As she stood there, watching the disappointment etch itself across Jaden's features, Lila realized that the thrill she felt with Carter paled in comparison to the bond she shared with Jaden. It wasn't mere adventure she craved, but a true connection filled with trust and understanding. Determined to make things right, Lila sought out Carter for a confrontation. "Lila, we need to end this," she said firmly, the light in her eyes dimming. Carter, his charm slipping away, watched as the girl he had come to care for chose loyalty over fleeting passion. Months passed, and Lila worked tirelessly to rebuild the bridges she had burned with Jaden. It wasn't easy, but slowly, he began to forgive her. They became friends again, and with time, their bond deepened, though traces of sadness danced in the background. And as for Carter, he turned over a new leaf, understanding that his actions had consequences. He learned to treat people with the respect and honesty they deserved. Lila, Jaden, and Carter moved forward, each learning invaluable lessons about love, friendship, and the importance of honesty. Willowbrook continued to flourish around them, a vibrant place filled with stories of redemption, growth, and the power of second chances. In the end, love in its many forms shaped their destinies, proving that even amidst betrayal, there was always a path to healing. And so, as the seasons changed in the village of Willowbrook, the trio learned this truth. Sometimes it takes a heartbreak to discover the beauty of true friendship and the courage to choose wisely in matters of the heart.